Hey, what's up everybody? John here. Today is Saturday and it was really pretty cold this morning. We had a frost. We covered the raised beds yesterday evening and hopefully that protected what was growing already from the elements. And the sun is out and shining today though. It's a little bit breezy, but it's sitting right at 50 degrees. And I thought I'm just gonna grab my camera bag, this thing right there, and take a walk in the woods and see what I can see today on this beautiful sunshiny Saturday. So I'm gonna take you along with me and we'll see what we might see. But first, a few days ago in the evening, we heard a couple of owls, and my wife Kelly, she took off around the pond and got real close to one of them as it was just perched on a branch. And so she crept up and eventually got real close and took a couple videos. And so I'm going to share with you one of the videos that she took as it took flight and flew into the woods. So I'll share that video right now. That's pretty cool, huh? I thought it was neat. I love the song that she's singing, and I followed it into the woods down the trail that we're about to go down, and it met up with the other owl, and I sat and watched it and took some photos, and it was preening. They were preening each other, but it was getting to be so dark that I couldn't get any really good up close shots. So I'll see if I can get a couple of those still shots and add them to this video maybe. But all right, so let's take a walk in the woods. So it's nice to have trails out through the woods. Got a kind of bright spot there. So, but if you go straight on up, which we will, there's a number of trails here in the woods, and there's bare spots out underneath. Every once in a while there'll be deer tracks or where deers have bedded down, and so let's just take a walk. All right. Well, this is one of my favorite trees right here. Look at those thorns. Those big old thorns. Get my hand up there. Give you an idea how big those thorns are there. If you know the name of that tree, why don't you put it down in the comments below. I think I know, but I'm not gonna say it and embarrass myself if I'm wrong. Got so you can see it down there. The creek running a little bit. We had some rain recently, so got water flowing. Sometimes the water doesn't flow, and so it just stands. It'll get dry, just have rocks and stuff down there, and you can walk, find fossils in the rocks sometimes. Hello, little flower. Check this out. There's just things I always like to see when I'm on a walk, and I think that is Just really cool. All the way up, all the way down. And we got a trail up there. Trail straight ahead. Come on, focus for me. There we go. Up there, straight ahead. And down this way. You can barely make out right here. Down to the creek. Right there. It's where the deer come across the creek and come up onto the property. A bunch of these little yellow flowers out here right now. So one of my favorite things to do is get out with my camera and take pictures. And I don't know, I think every year I take pictures of the same stuff, but I don't care because I like it. Little yellow flowers. There's a big full one here. So anyway, we got purple flowers growing down here. Beautiful day. Big puffy clouds, blue sky. More of the creek right there. Follow around. Be careful, I'm going to fall on my butt or on my hind end. See if you can see in here. It's hard to see the way the water has eaten out underneath that big old root on that tree. Maybe next time. So I was down this way a couple weeks back, and I was walking through, and there's all this green right now, and it was still just a little bit brown with not a whole lot of grass and vegetation at the time. It's just really looking nice down through here, and right here behind me. Oh, that's bright. Right through that clearing right there, there's just a whole bunch of little bitty flowers you can't see with that, but I'll show them to you. A bit different flower, different color. More of those yellow ones all throughout here, and that one again. It's just a great time of year with flowers and stuff coming up, and I know a lot of them are weeds, but even weeds make pretty flowers. So if you like the look of it and it's pretty to you and it's not hurting any of your other plants and flowers, and I guess it's not really a weed, is it? More trails up there. Come down here to the clear spot here. See a little deer trail. River comes, well, not the river, the creek comes from back up that way. So this tree here, a few years back, it was it was an arch across the creek, and I got some good snow pictures with it. But a couple years ago, it flooded down through here and picked that tree up a little bit and turned it sideways. And we got something, been doing a little digging right there. No clue what it could be, but some kind of animal, of course. This is a big old tree right here. It fell over quite some time ago. It was nice and it stood up tall. Oh, hello, buzzard. I don't know if you caught that, but there's a lot of buzzards flying around right now. Anyway, that tree, it stood up real tall and kind of just had a lean to it, so we knew it was going to fall eventually. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but right here, up here, over in this area, it's got a nice habitat growing. Got some mushroom looking toadstool things and grass and flowers. It's hard to see with the brightness, but I think it's really cool whenever something dies and it becomes a habitat for other things to live. Got greens growing up and all kinds of flowers, and makes a way, becomes fertilizer or whatever. Another flower, different kind. Just want to take you on a walk here. So I hope it's enjoyable enough that you haven't turned it off yet, because who knows what you're gonna see up a trail there. I love the sound of the water as it trickles over the rocks. Well, I was hoping we'd see some deer tracks. Deer came right through here, right up from here. A lot of times they'll come down through this little trail here, off over here. Anybody know what this is? Is this some sort of fern or some kind of weed or something? I'm not sure. If you know, leave a comment. Just another view here. This is standing pretty tall. I'm gonna say 3 foot, 3.5. So. So here we are at the edge of the property line. The creek continues right on through, off into the neighbor's place, all the way back up into there. So whenever we got a lot of water coming through, a lot of trees and vegetation and stuff, they all get piled up in the creek. Coming from right way back up that way. More pretty yellow flowers, different kinds. Oh, I'm fat, y'all. This is taking it out of me. See a lot of these out through the woods. I don't know what they are though. Maybe one of y'all do. So if you know about these, then leave a comment. Yeah, so I don't know a whole lot about the trees and the plants and all that can be found out in the woods, but I like to look at them. Whole bunch more of those little whatevers they are. Out here, there's this right here is one of my favorite trees out here in the woods, just because it's big around and it's dead, but it's pretty cool. Just a big old dead tree. Stretches all the way up there. I think just because it's got some character to it, it might be why it's my favorite. Yeah, so this tree is bigger around than I am, and I'm pretty big around, but I'm still living. But it is just a nice big tree. You can see the birds and insects and everything have burrowed into it and dug the insects out. The birds have. A lot of the bark has come off. But just like a little bit earlier, there's just a whole other world of growth and living on a dead old tree. This one just hasn't fallen over. But you go out through any woods and forest, and you're gonna see a bunch of limbs and dead trees falling all over the place. It just adds back to the soil. They decay, they promote new growth. Doesn't even have to be a dead tree. It can be the side of a culvert. There's growth happening. One more look here. Stretching right up. You may be thinking, John, I'm done with that tree. So that's all right. You don't have to watch it. That's okay. I like it. That's enough. Just got a text and my wife is headed to the grocery store. So she's going to be bringing home some food here in a little while. I may have to run in and get a snack though before. That's where we just came out. A little earth mound here where somebody previously had mound up the dirt and left a really big rubber ducky. Yep, you never know what you're gonna see out here. And I say big, it's big. not only do I like flowers, I like bugs on the flower, but it's hard to get when it's windy. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for taking a walk with me in the woods. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I had my camera equipment, and I didn't even take the bag off my back today, and that's okay. I have a lot of pictures I still need to edit. So sometimes taking pictures is just a lot of work because you collect a bunch of photos that still need to be edited, and sometimes time is an issue. But that's all right. We got our walk in. I got some exercise. Maybe I got rid of a little of this fat that I'm carrying around with me. Right now, I'm gonna head back in the house and get some food in my belly and maybe start working on this video, getting it edited and get it ready to get posted. So thanks again, guys, for walking with me. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, I'm going to try to start getting people subscribed, see how many people I can get to start watching my videos. I know I'm just getting started. They're not top quality, but hopefully it's entertaining. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, subscribe and hit the like button. Thanks a lot. Talk to you guys next time.